everybody, Brandon Platt here for 40 Digital Media. Today I'm going to talk to you about 7 ways that you can optimize your SEO for your YouTube videos. If you've seen some of our other content, you know that we've been talking a lot about getting more views in this video here, or perhaps how to make money off of your YouTube content, this video here. So check those out. We mentioned a lot of SEO things, so I thought it was only fitting that we really dive a little bit deeper into what you can do from day one to optimize your content. These are 7 very, very simple things that you can do simply when you're setting up your video to try to get more views and work towards those monetization thresholds so you can start working towards applying for that YouTube Partner Program. Before we get started, make sure that you click subscribe down at the bottom. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the great content we have coming your way. Like our videos, comment any questions that you might have. We will be sure to get back to you. We always love feedback from our viewers, so please take advantage of that feature. So 7 ways that you can optimize your SEO starting today in order to boost your content and boost the visibility of your content through search engines. YouTube makes it pretty easy, although they don't necessarily spell it out for you. But the first thing is obviously your title, the first thing people see. First of all, it should be clear, it should be concise, it should be easy to understand, and it should tell what your video is about without being too wordy or lengthy. A good title really incorporates what exactly you want to show up for when people search. What keywords do you want to rank for? Incorporate at least 2 of those in your title. Also, it is important to use numbers in your title, especially if you're doing like a how-to video like this, or step-by-step process, 5 ways to, 7 ways to, etc. Search engines really like those numbers, and it also allows people to know what to look for and exactly what they're going to get out of your video when they go to click on it. So when it shows up, they have a pretty good understanding what they're going to get. The second thing is keywords in your description. Make sure that you're incorporating those keywords that you want to rank for that video and for your channel in the description for the video so people can find it very easily when they search. If you want to rank for how to get more views on YouTube, make sure that some form of that is incorporated in your description. If you want to rank for how to change an air filter, make sure that some form of how to change an air filter is in your description. Even if it's just air filter, car air filter, Pathfinder air filter, whatever the specifics of your video are, put it in the description. Use that description to your advantage without stuffing it too much full of nonsense. Make it readable, make it seem natural. The third thing that YouTube offers is tags. Now, they tell you tags don't necessarily make your video more searchable, but what they do is they allow search engines to pick up on those tags, particularly if what your topic is often misspelled, so people find it a little bit more readily. YouTube likes to see, in order to really optimize your SEO for a particular video, at least 20 tags, at least right now. Now, that's not to say that might not change next week, but that's about where they are, at least 20 tags. And these can be very broad, they can be specific, they can be about your channel, they can be about your video. My suggestion would be to make it relate to kind of the content you're talking about and not be too off the wall. And also utilize multi-word tags. What multi-word tags allow you to do is have more of a description of exactly what you want people to be able to search for without wasting tags. So instead of saying YouTube, search, video, views, you would say increasing views on YouTube. Make sense? The fourth thing, and this kind of goes without saying, but make sure your video is public. If your video is unlisted, where you can only share it with a certain number of people, or only people with a link can get your video, or your video is private, it makes it a lot harder, obviously, to see it on a search engine. So you're not going to pop up as much. That's going to severely limit how many views you're going to get from people just organically. So unless you're sending it out to a massive group of people and expecting a lot of views from that, either because people share your video, you're counting on word of mouth, or because you have a huge email list, make sure that your video is public. With that, you also should make sure that your video is suitable for all audiences, because if your video is not, one, you're going to get dinged for that from a guideline perspective from YouTube/Google. But the other thing is, you don't want kids to run across your video who maybe shouldn't be seeing it if it's not suitable for all audiences. So make sure you pay special attention to that as you're going through in your YouTube video creation when you're doing the description and details about the video. Make sure that you're adding features. This is the 5th point. Make sure that you're adding features such as cards and end screens. 2 things that's going to do. 1, it's going to allow you to refer back to other videos. If you add cards, it makes your videos kind of very interactive, so you can either refer back to videos in the top corner of your video. It allows you to refer back to playlists in the top corner of your video, things of that nature. And so when you do that, sorry if you're distracted, my dog decided to wake up. Everybody say hi to Kirby. But when you do that, it allows your videos to be interactive, and so people are more apt to, 1, engage with your video directly, and 2, they're going to be more apt to go back and watch other videos that you've made specifically from that, especially when you refer to them, either videos or playlists, etc. So I would recommend at least 2 cards if you can. Obviously, the more videos you have, the more playlists you have, the more you can specifically refer back to them and add cards. End screens are important because they give people the opportunity to do a couple things. 1, they can go to specific playlists that you have simply by clicking in the end screen of the video, or they can go to specific videos in addition to playlists, or they can actually subscribe to your page directly from that. So I would recommend putting a subscription tag in there and probably either a video or a playlist, depending on if your video refers to other specifics or if that video just is something that you want as a jumping off point to a specific playlist for people. You can add multiple playlists, you can add multiple subscription tags, however you want to do it, but end screens are really important and they show up. The 6th thing is to make sure you're sharing your video on Facebook and you're getting engagements from that. So make sure that you're writing your content on Facebook for your video to be very engaging for people. The more likes you have, the more YouTube is going to be able to promote it from an SEO standpoint, and it's going to show up more because it's going to be engaged with in more places, which is going to be good for the search algorithm for those search engines. And the 7th point I'd like to make is if you're having problems or you're not really sure, there are tools that you can use in order to help you along with these SEO concepts, especially when you're just starting out. And I'll put those links in the description right down there. The first is something called vidIQ, VIDIQ. vidIQ can be really beneficial. Give you checklists of things that you need to do in order to increase your SEO, and it can also help you with keyword development and description development, etc., things like that. Some of those features are limited unless you have a paid account, but there is a free section that you can use on vidIQ that can be very helpful. The second is TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy does things very similarly to vidIQ. Similar service, also a free version, an upgraded paid version. The paid versions obviously have more bells and whistles, but you can get by with the free version, at least starting out. That'll get you a jumping off point and help you get a better grasp of SEO. And then if you want to graduate to a paid version after that, you can certainly do that, which will give you a lot more details and help out. There's no doubt that the paid versions of those certainly are beneficial, but I am always of the mindset, why spend money that you don't have to? So learn how to do it yourself, and that's what these videos are all about, is helping you try to get started in that process, and then you can dive into some more research with all of those. So again, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you get all of our great content we have coming your way. Hopefully these videos have been helpful thus far. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this has worked for you. If you have any questions, put those in the comments as well. Make sure you get notifications so you don't miss anything we have coming up, because we're going to dive deeper into a lot of this as time goes on. Take care, everybody.